afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this special edition of Africa Today, as we're covering the 15th UN Convention of Parties, the conference COP15, to combat desertification in Côte d'Ivoire. And we will know more about this very important conference and the attendance of Egyptian Minister of Agriculture on behalf of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Egypt participates in the 15th UN Convention of Parties Conference COP15 to combat desertification and in Côte d'Ivoire. Minister of Agriculture and Reclamation Al-Sayed Al-Qusseir attends the conference on behalf of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Al-Qusseir delivers Egypt's speech during the conference. The minister also meets a number of heads of participating delegations to discuss with them means of bilateral cooperation, in addition to meetings with officials of agriculture, livestock and fisheries production, in addition to ministers of agriculture, livestock, to tackle means of boosting bilateral relations. And to know more on the significance of this conference, we're glad to be joined over the phone by Dr. Adel Al-Ghandour, international agricultural expert. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Hello, yes.
Hello, sir. Sir, first, how do you see the significance of the participation of the Egyptian Minister of Agriculture on behalf of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in this very important conference?
It is very, very important, especially for Egypt.
Yes.
Because this desertification, it is very important. As you know, Egypt is a very arid, dry area, and we live only on about 4% of the actual land of Egypt, and the rest is desert. Desert, actually, it is. We have a big problem by moving the dunes, and it destroys the agricultural land, and we must have a very strong policy to stop this desertification by reclaim more land, like our policy with President Sisi to reclaim more than 3 million acres in the desert. Also to desertification by making natural plants to be planted instead of mining activity in the Egyptian desert, and also the very strong grazing by sheep and camels to keep always the green plants in the desert, by making a nursery to replant the areas that have been affected by this work. And Egypt, we are now actually, or the climate change affects everything in the world, and especially in Egypt. We have a serious climate change that affects everything. It increases our water demand because the increasing of the weather temperature. This increases also the evaporation, and we need much more water. Also, the main problem for us here is that we have a very big food gap. We import more than 70% of our strategic crops from abroad, and also we're suffering from our water budget, that it is coming down by increasing population, not by our budget not affected by the temperature.
Yes. Sir, Egyptian Minister of Agriculture and Reclamation Al-Sayed Al-Qusseir is attending the conference on behalf of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. How do you see the significance of his attendance to the conference?
It is very, very important. Africa plays a very, very important role in our food security and cooperation, either for trade and for the Egyptian investor to went to Africa for agricultural investment to reduce the food gap. This is first. And Ministry of Agriculture, and with Mr. El-Qusseir, the Minister of Agriculture, we have African farms. It is actually will help most of the Egyptian investors in up to now, I think about eight African countries, and it is very important. And for sure, we have to move toward investment in agriculture in Africa to secure our civilization to continue, either from water shortage or from water food gap.
Yes. Sir, the minister also will meet a number of heads of participating delegations to discuss with them means of bilateral cooperation, in addition to meetings also with officials of agriculture, livestock and fisheries production. How do you see the significance of these meetings?
It is very, very important, and the Ministry of Agriculture have actually, they bring a lot of people or agriculture experts from Africa for training in Ministry of Agriculture. We have a very strong department in Ministry of Agriculture and in the Agriculture Research Center. And cooperation now is very, very important, especially in agriculture and food resources and water resources.
How do you see the significance of cooperation with other African countries in this field?
It is very, very important, and we are working very hard for, especially in agriculture, for cooperation. Also for agricultural investment and for bilateral trade in different items, either some industrial products from Egypt and agricultural products from Africa to Egypt.
What are the main objectives of the 15th UN Convention of Parties Conference COP15?
In Sharm el-Sheikh?
What are the main objectives of this conference?
I think it is a desertification, the desert coming back to be, the agricultural land coming to be a desert by different items, especially with climate change and wind.
Yes. Sir, would you please explain the exact meaning of desertification and its significance?
Desertification, actually, you know, we reclaim land in the desert to be agricultural land. But with wind carrying the sand and the dunes moving, this can destroy this agricultural land again. So we have to have a policy to stop this desertification. So that means that agricultural land moves to be desert by climate conditions.
Sir, would you tell us the theme of this conference is the land life legacy from scarcity to prosperity. What does this theme signify?
I don't get what you are meaning. I don't get it.
The theme of the conference, sir, is land life legacy from scarcity to prosperity. What does this theme signify?
All African countries are sacrificed from this problem, and they have to put policy and cooperate together to exchange knowledge about how to control it. But it's a real problem. Some area like South Africa now, instead she was very heavy rainy, and now started to be a desert, and they have a very heavy water shortage by climate change. Some area others have another problem. You know, the deserts are increasing the area in Africa. So they have to be very careful about that and put a very strong policy to stop desertification.
Right. Well, I would like to thank you very much, Dr. Adel Ghandour, international agricultural expert. Many thanks for your insight. And dear viewers, that brings us to the end of this special edition of Africa Today. Many thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more coming up here on Nile TV International.